what's up? What is happening? Welcome to Bharat91, the Indian Founder Stories podcast with Ashish Satpathy, where we bring you exciting stories of various entrepreneurs in India, the how, the why, the when, and the where, by the founders themselves. Today we have Miss Pooja Badamikar, the founder of Nemital. Today's episode is sponsored by Easycart. Start selling online today with your e-commerce store and a free Android app. Offer valid for a limited amount of time. So, time's running out. Grab your offer as soon as possible.
Yes, so I think so have you started? I have few questions actually. Can I ask them right now?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Yeah. So we can edit this audio clip, right? Afterwards. So if I fumble in between or something, you can.
Ma'am, it's completely okay.
Perfect.
We would be taking care of that. Don't worry about it.
Yes, it's okay. No issues. And so yes, we can start. So I am electronics and telecom engineer basically. So after that, I got placed in Capgemini and IT industry. Okay. So in
from college.
Yes, from college.
From college.
Okay. Yes. So I got placed there, Capgemini. I worked there for 4 years, from 2014 to 2018. So meanwhile, I've completed my post-graduation in renewable energy from Cherry University, Delhi. Okay. So after that, actually, the story or the journey started. So I started studying about upcycling and recycling of different materials after my post-graduation. Mm-hmm. And I started thinking about tires and plastics and how we recycle it. What are the other options available? So I have done few experiments on tyre to tiles experiment. Okay. So during that, I realized that it needs a huge investment. Secondly, the product is already existing in India. Okay, so I think I thought that we have to think more about it, and we have to come up with a solution with the product which can be used in our day-to-day life.
All right.
So I started studying about it, and the footwear as an idea came up. So because footwear, the durability of footwear is improved by using waste tire in it. So that's how
now
the
you think that's what makes it different by using recyclable products or parts for making footwear that makes it different from the footwear that we usually get in the market.
Yes.
Okay. And so let's just start off with how is the business going now? I believe you solely started off this whole thing online completely, or was it like offline before and then you shifted to online?
Yes, it was offline before. So in 2018, I made first 2 prototypes. Okay, so first one was made up of aeroplane tire, and second one was made up of truck tire. So I presented those prototypes in Startup India competition named Startup Yatra in October 2018. And there I received an award of upcoming woman entrepreneur. That was idea pitching competition actually.
That's great.
So yes. And then actually started studying about footwear industry as a production, how I can use different sustainable material in it. Mm-hmm. So what can be other options for leather? So I started studying about it, and in April 2019, we came up with our first sellable product.
All right, and this was completely done solely by yourself, or were there any partners or
No. No, actually, it was. I was the only person, as in from a Bling Green company. Okay. But I was working with different local cobblers that time.
All right.
So yes, so I used to sit with them like 3 to 4 hours a day, and then we made those prototypes, and then the actual production started.
That's amazing though. Starting off with few products, just sitting with the cobblers, doing it all by yourself. That takes a lot of patience and guts. And with that being said, I just wanted to know when you actually believed, okay, this can go somewhere. This can this footwear thing is actually going to reach somewhere.
Actually, initially I received very great support, I can say, because people were accepting that product, that concept. So I think that motivated me to go ahead and start my own production. And in July 2019, I started exhibiting with this product, and then the response was very good. So that's how it started.
And speaking about online businesses, when you talk about a platform like Instagram, now everybody is there on Instagram, right?
Yes,
This is our, like, just like cafes are there for us to physically be there. Instagram is a place where we virtually can be there and everybody is there.
Yes.
So how has Instagram helped your business grow? Like, has it make a huge impact, or how has it been?
Yes, but actually initially we started with Facebook. The social media marketing was more focused on Facebook. But then we realized that actually Instagram, the actual buyers are there on Instagram. So after a few months, actually we started focusing on Instagram, and it is very helpful, I think. Because if you strategize your marketing thing properly, it is very helpful.
And okay, I mean that does really make sense. Okay, so your local products that you get, is it from a particular place, or like you have a particular supplier, or it's okay if you don't want to tell in detail, but how manage like everything on your own, like or how
actually we've divided cycle in different parts. So first part is just collecting all the raw materials. So we have one resource in Mumbai who is working with us to do that. Secondly, we have a separate person who makes bottom of the footwear. Third person makes only soles of the footwear. One tailor lady is there who is working with us to make belts of the footwear. And then the final, every part like belt, heel, sole, bottom, everything is assembled at the separate person, which is a cobbler.
I mean, I'm don't get me wrong, ma'am, but I'm a huge fan of footwear. But I had no idea like everything is been separately made, manufactured, taken care of, and then combined. Like that is. I mean, that's incredible, like, for you to understand and, like, do something new with that technology where we are recycling and using the products. That's fantastic. I mean, like, hello?
Yes, go ahead. I can.
So, I've always been a fan of, footwear. My mom is extremely, she fancies, like, chappal, and I believe, like, so your footwear, it's like for all genders, right? Like you
Yes, but 80% of the designs are meant for women. I mean, these are women's designs, and only 20, I can say even 10 or 15% designs are available for men.
Okay, alright. And okay, so now let me ask you this. When you started off with this, and obviously there were like obstacles to overcome. So what was the most challenging obstacle that you had to overcome that took a lot of time and a lot of energy, if you want to talk
I think my background is like engineering and then renewable energy, so nothing is related to footwear industry or production. Right, so
I mean, we all engineering students, we take up engineering, but we end up doing something else.
Something else, yes.
It's always been there.
Yes. So the production, setting up the production cycle is quite difficult. I mean, that was pretty difficult because even in my family, no one is doing business. So everyone is like working for some like employee of other industry.
Okay.
My dad, my husband, everyone. So I think setting up a new production cycle and how the footwear industry works was totally new for me, and that was the pretty challenging part. But I got some good support from cobblers, so I think that was easier for me because of them.
Okay, that's That's super nice to hear. Okay, I just wanted to ask, like, now let's say if you had a chance to, talk to yourself when you were 20 years old, when this whole thing was nowhere to be like seen in your near future, what would you have suggested? What would you have advised your 20-year-old self to, like, how to think, how to manage? What would that be?
I think the most important part here is work on shop floor. So shop floor is nothing but our production floor. So don't be ashamed of working at grassroots. That's the advice I'll give to myself, because meet your karagir and labor every day, and that's the only real thing in business. So I think I would suggest that to myself, that work with them every day.
Lovely. Okay, so I think we can, wrap this up. But if you want to say a few things for the listeners, I mean, two things you can say. First thing, I want you to, like, say something to the, entrepreneurs that are out there searching for ideas. Anything that you can say to motivate them, to, make them feel like, okay, there is somebody else in the fight as well, that they're not alone. Secondly, you could absolutely go, talk about the product, or like, how convenient it is. So please do go ahead.
Yes, for entrepreneurs, I would like to say, like, being persistent is only key. That everyone knows, but I think it is difficult to implement. So everything is going wrong. The situation is very hard, but I think being persistent is the only key. Secondly, there are few options in the market, like what can we say, that incubation centers. So I think we should take help from incubation centers. The ecosystem is very healthy for starting your own business right now. So I think we should take help from export and incubation center, and I think that will solve our major issues. The first thing. And about the product, yes, of course, we have different kind of different designs in footwear. So it is very light in weight. It is vegan. It is. It will never cause any irritation to your skin, because there is no direct touch to your skin. Tyre is not touching your skin directly. So the most important part here is we have a lot of cushioning layers in between. So it is very comfortable to use our footwear, and you can customize as per your choice. So that's the unique quality of the brand Nemital.
Done. Lovely. That was Nemital. Blink Grain. A brand new product, a brand new idea. And thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. I hope we could do this soon. Huge success to you, and hope we could have this conversation some other time as well. It was lovely talking to you, and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that is it for today, folks. Do give it a like, share, and subscribe if you really like the content that we share here on the podcast. This is Bharat91, the Indian Founder Stories podcast, brought to you by Easycart. So see you soon. Stay tuned. Until then, stay safe and take care.